Hey Maria and Alex, this is Becky Leana with Gray Owl Marketing. We spoke yesterday or on Friday, and I promised to send over this video. I'll keep it brief, but I did just want to show you 3 tips you can use today to bring in more customers to your business. So oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are just too busy running their business to keep up with how the internet can really work for them and benefit their company. So I wanted to show you these tips. The first thing I'll say is when I pull up your website here, you have some great pictures. I like to see all of these pictures here. It's good to see the work that you guys are doing. But the first thing that's important to know is that if you really want to be optimized with Google, you need to have more content on your home page than this. Google really likes to see at least 1,500 words, if not more, on the home page. And it looks like you guys maybe have 100 on your home page. Content is really king when it comes to Google. This is a key factor in Google's formula when they decide which sites to rank higher on their site. And Google likes to see not only the quantity of that 1,500 or more words, it really cares about the quality of the words as well. So when you think about it, you want to put specific buyer intent keywords into your website. And so if I come over here to a tool I use called Ahrefs, and I put in your company website right here, this gives me kind of a snapshot of your online presence. And when you pull up it here, you can see you're not getting a ton of traffic to your website, very little. And this is where we think about what content you want to put on your page. These are the keywords that you're currently ranking for. So you can see Dallas Auto Sunroof and Trim. That's a good buyer intent keyword. It means the person searching is looking to make a purchase. And that gets about 30 search volume a month. And you're in position 3 here. So that you're not doing too bad there. Sunroof Repair Dallas, Texas also has 30 search volume. And you're a little bit lower down, ranking at number 5. And so you can see how all of these, you can see panoramic sunroof installation near me has a lot of search volume, and you're probably somewhere on the top to middle of the 3rd page for a keyword term like that. So you can see that it's very important to optimize the words that you're using. And it looks like you're not fully optimizing all the words you could be using for customers who are searching for you guys. So if you have the keywords that people are searching for in your website, that's going to help you get found very easily by your customers. So I recommend focusing on 2 or 3 keywords that have buyer intent, adding quite a bit more content to your home page. You do want to be careful with these types of free websites because Google doesn't often rank free websites, but you can think about adding quite a bit more content here and picking a couple keywords. Now to show you what I'm talking about here, I kind of pulled this up, Convertible Tops Repair Dallas, and this is a key search term that I found that has 90 searches a month. So 90 people a month searches for this, that's 1,000 searches a year, which you're currently missing out on by not being number 1 on Google. And the first thing I want to show you here when somebody puts in a search term, normally you'll see ads at the top here, Google ads, and these are things that people are paying for to get right to the top of the page. And these can be good, effective tools because everybody searches differently. A lot of people might search and pick the first thing that's at the top, and if the ad's there, they'll click right on that. But you got to be careful with ads because if you don't do them effectively, they can be a money pit and not be that effective. That next area that you want to see there is the map pack. This is the top 3 businesses that Google feels confident enough to place in this very top section, and they have the confidence to make sure that for lots of different reasons. And this top 3 spot pulls about 40% of all traffic. So you're probably asking yourself, how do I get in this top 3 spot, right? And there's a few things that you can do, but the one of those things I want to talk to you about is your Google Business Profile, which I've pulled up here. This is your Google Business Profile on the side here. You want to continue to grow and build your profile. And there's a number of ways that you can do this, and I'll show you a couple of them. First is Google reviews. So you have a lot of Google reviews with a 4.2 rating, so very strong there. You want to continue to build that and get as many 5-star reviews as you can. So it looks like you guys are doing a lot of great work over there. The second element of your Google profile is what they call the NAP, your name, your address, and your phone number, and a lot of times your hours of operation. These are good, important information to put up there, but consistency is important when you think about this. So consistency in the Google profile, consistency on your website, and then other platforms across Google like Yelp. So when you're putting your information in Yelp, Yellow Pages, Whitebook, City Star, lots of different places, you want to make sure that they're consistent. So putting those in multiple places is good, and creating those tracks is important, but Google really likes to see that people can search these different platforms and get the same information every time. That gives them the confidence, again, to think about putting you in that top 3 spot. The last thing I'll say about Google profiles is think about the pictures you're putting up, not only in your profile, but on your website. And when you put these pictures, you want to make sure that you're tagging these pictures and saving them as a buyer intent keyword. So when you say here, you're saving the link, you see it saved as UV. Instead of UV, you really want to put buyer intent keywords, because Google does crawl your profile and your website, and it'll pick up on those keywords. Another thing you can do with your pictures is make sure you're using geotagging. Geotagging places you in the map, and those are 2 critical things that by doing this, Google can see what types of work you're doing, can see where you're doing it, so when people are searching for similar things, you're going to show up. Now, the third thing I want to cover is another important aspect of Google, which is your company's online reputation or your site authority. You can see again here when I search this term, you guys did not show up in the number 1, 2, or even 3 spot. And your business reputation is another key factor in getting into this top 3 spot. So again, if I go back to this tool that I use called Ahrefs, and I go back to your dashboard here, you have 15 referring domains that are pushing 70 backlinks to your website. And this is giving the power that's strengthening your site. It's giving it a site authority and its reputation in Google's eyes. You can kind of think about it like a popularity contest. But keep in mind that not all referring domains are created equal. Some are more powerful than others. So even though you have 15 referring domains here, if you go down here to this do follow, you can see that only 4 of them are really relevant sites that are giving the power to your site. And these are the ones that are pulling the power, as you can see here from the UR and DR numbers. This is kind of a numerical value of the strength that your site has. And you want your UR to be above 20, so you're not doing too bad, but you want to see it higher than that if you can. And you also want to see a 1-for-1 ratio here with the UR and the DR. Google likes to see that. And again, this is the strength that you obtain, and it makes it more effective for your site. You want relevant links here. And when I did this search, I pulled up one of your top competitors here, which is Auto ASM Upholstery. And this is somebody who's beating you out right now. And you look at their website, it's not a bad website, but again, when you see it, this is as far as it goes. They have no content on their homepage. So if you were to create a website and build up your content, you could start outranking them from lots of those elements. Here again, I put in your competitor into this tool here. You can see they have 135 referring domains that's pushing 2,000 backlinks. But again, as you can see, they're not all created equal. Only 80 of those 135 are what's really giving it this power. And as you can see here, their organic traffic is quite high when we look to your organic traffic, which is quite low. So you can use this information and kind of model yourself after your competitors and start using the same things they're doing, which is building their traffic here. And you can click on links like here. So when we see here, when we think about the referring domains, we can take a look here and see what referring domains they're using and just go ahead and copy those. And then over time, you'll start ranking quite a bit higher than them. So those are the 3 tips I have for you. Just to wrap it up, we talked about having good content. You want quality and quantity. We talked about making sure that when you're linking here, that you have a good footprint across all online and making sure it's consistent. And then we talked about optimizing your site's reputation and strengthening it here by building backlinks. So if you do these strategies today, you can be #1 across Google. And you can either do this information and use it and do it yourself, and I'm totally fine with that. However, if you want to be more effective and save yourself time, you can give me a call and set up some time to chat. Once again, my name is Becky Liana with Gray Owl Marketing. My contact information is in the email, and I hope you found this information valuable. Have a good one.